Alrighty guys, good evening and welcome back to our actual final match of the day for the NYCLOL second annual online tournament. My name is Achilleos. Joining me is my my good friend Lewis here, and we will be taking you through this last match. We have Team Darude Sandstorm versus Team Erupt. Oh man, the dank memes in this name here.
Yeah, I expect the chat to be filled with a lot of doo-doo-doos as the game goes on, so we'll see if that ends up happening. But we are, in fact, into champion select now. So, Team Darude is blue, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they are. And then we have Erupt over on the red team. And we are already midway through these picks and through the picks and ban phase here. So why don't you go ahead and get us caught up on what we've seen so far.
Alright, so on blue side, we have the blue bands going out. We have actually Lysandra and Fizz getting targeted out. Meanwhile, on Team Erupt, on the red side, we have Riven and Azir. We haven't seen a Rise ban. I'm just putting it out there, because for all the NYC guys, we all know Paul Yang is a very amazing Rise player. So we might see that. I don't think he'll be pulling it out just yet, because people tend to focus him or camp him just a little bit when he plays that champion, so we'll have to see if that goes unbanned and possibly unpicked. But Jarvan being the last ban out for Team Darude.
Yeah, and then we'll see Janna being taken away here. Final ban coming across from Team Erupt. In the picks, though, looks like Luna right here for Team Darude. Maybe playing with the Gnar, who is an especially strong and annoying champion at the current moment, thus far in the meta. So, won't be too surprised if we see this one locked in. He's just too tanky and offers way too much utility for how much damage he can put out.
Yeah, he's a really safe champion in general. You can farm with your boomerang. You know, once you go into the Mega Gnar form and you start to hit mid and late game when you're really tanky, you just jump on into fights, hopefully get a 4 or 5-man Gnar, and it's pretty much just crowd control after crowd control. It really does set up a lot of plays for your team, so not a surprising pick there, but they do prioritize that for the first pick on Team Darude.
Yes, and now we'll have to see as the first picks are coming up what they're going to land on. Possibly the Lee Sin. I think that would give him a 100% pick rate for the day if they end up locking him in this game. Fairly certain we've seen him in every matchup. There it is. So Lee Sin all day, every day, as well as the Nami pickup, which is a nice little throwback to the end of last season, which we haven't been seeing Nami played too often lately. Janna really kind of took over the title of supreme support in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and you know, Team Darude, the Rek'Sai slipped through the cracks here in the pick and ban phase, and she's now, you know, getting hovered over. So is the Yasuo, which
there it is. Yeah,
we do see the Rek'Sai, and the Yasuo, which we haven't seen him a lot in competitive because he kind of got nerfed up, and there were better picks. And now with the, of course, nerf and 5.1 to the crit chance on Infinity Edge, that got lowered by 5%. But, you know, pretty good. There's knockup with Rek'Sai. We'll see if they add in a few more champions that provide a knockup to help up that Yasuo. But, you know, we haven't seen him too much, so we'll have to see how Mitten gets to play him out there.
Uh-oh. Can it be?
Oh, no.
Lady Kitsune just playing around with that Rise pick so far. We might see it locked in. And Nova as well, playing around with the Zed, which would make for some very interesting counterplay in the mid lane. Zed versus Yasuo matchup. That would be one heck of a mechanics fight. Ooh, okay. Maybe the Jace. We'll have to see. That would give us 2 Jaces in a row.
Paul Yang, please.
And there it is.
God.
All right, we have the Rise lock-in as well as the Jace coming in. Oh, this just got interesting. We'll have to see what Team Darude wants to do to fire back. The Jinx coming out yet again, possibly. Didn't have too well of a showing in that last game. Abby on team, the name is escaping me already. Close call, team close call. Not able to really perform on the Jinx, but we'll have to see if Blidios is able to perhaps turn that on its head and really redeem this character.
I like the Jinx pick simply because if you look over at Team Erupt, they have two champions that are really great late game. Jace is known for his poke. Ryze is, well, he's Ryze. He gets tanky and he does damage. And Jinx is an amazing hyperscale late game carry. She has her fish bones. She can just rocket people from far away, switch over to Pow Pow if she's in close range, or just use it to shred down towers. So a really nice pickup there. They also combo that up with the Zyra, which we do see she will be providing a good bit of knock-up with her ultimate. So that'll very nicely combo up with the Yasuo pickup. And we'll have to see what Team Erupt picks up as their AD carry. Because in a Jinx lane, she does a lot of damage early. Well, she does respectable damage early. But she has no escape. So possibly a champion that can, jump in. I'd like to see possibly a Graves. Corki's also really good. He has that Valkyrie, and that does actually get locked in the end there. So it will be Corki and that Nami trying to fight off against that Jinx and Zyra.
Yeah, so really interestingly aggressive lanes coming in for the bottom. I'm very much interested to see how Team Erupt's bot lane is going to perform here. If Nami can land her bubble, that's going to be the perfect setup for a Phosphorus Bomb coming out from Koalua. And if they can combo that, that's going to be a huge amount of damage for them. But it's really going to come down to landing those skill shots. If they cannot, they might have a little bit of trouble. Though the same could be said for Intelligence and Draxley over on the blue side. Very much skill shot oriented characters for their major harass. But as we're getting ready to get into the 3-minute delay, and okay, they did switch at the last second. I was about to say we almost had some revives played in this match. As we are now in the 3-minute delay, what would you say is going to be your featured matchup for this game? Who are you most excited to see face off? Is it the Paul Yang in the top lane?
That's going to be a great matchup, simply because I think about 2 or 3 patches ago we did see Ryze kind of get nerfed a little bit, and I was blessed enough to talk to Paul Yang at a GHU LAN event, and he kind of talked about how that would affect Ryze, but he's still confident in Ryze's potential late game. But for a featured matchup, I'd have to go down towards this bottom lane. I mean, being an AD carry, I always try and see how will that play into the matchup, but Jinx is just a terror late game. You cannot underestimate Jinx. If she manages to get her Infinity Edge and Static Shiv alongside some lifesteal, she's going to be able to just shred people from far away. But in the at the same time, on the other side of the matchup, we have Corki, who is also great for dealing a whole bunch of damage. He does mixed damage on top of that, but he also has this sustain coming out of Lady Kitsune with the Nami. So if he manages to poke out Jinx, then he's gonna be well off in lane. But even if Jinx manages to poke onto him, he'll have a lot of sustain, so he'll be able to stay in lane just naturally longer.
Very excellent points. Well, we'll have to see what happens, because it's going to come down to how these players choose to handle these situations. But I personally have to go with the mid matchup here for my featured. I think Blidios versus Nove should be very interesting, because it's going to be a lot of... I'm interested to see mostly how Blidios is going to be using his wind wall effectively, because if he can time it to interrupt the shock blasts, he's got about the same cooldown as an acceleration gate does, so he should be able to keep the wind wall up for that heavy aggressive poke that Nove can put out on Jace. So if he can negate that, I think he might be able to really counter Nove's entire all-in engagement, because without that Accelgate Shock Blast, his damage is severely nerfed. And if he goes to the skies in and tries to hit with his E, it's just not going to be quite as effective. So I think I have to put my money on that one for being one of the more exciting lanes, but we'll have to see what happens. In the meantime, guys, let's go ahead. Why not? Tweet hashtag RiseHype to NYCLOL.
Yes, that.
Let's get some trends going on here. Or tweet at us at NYCLOL or tweet at us the casters here. Let us know what you think your featured matchup's going to be. Let's get this chat going. I want this match to be really ramped up. Last match
we
of
have
the
to
day.
get the hype of the day, yeah.
Exactly. We have not yet hit the peak. These other games have been pretty hyped, but I feel like this one is going to knock the rest of them out of the park, all put together. As you can see, everyone really in this game from the loading screen they're just excellent players. So this is going to be one hell of a match.
I mean, you couldn't ask for a better match to end off the day. We have the God, we have the doo-doo-doo coming out of Durin Sandstorm. It's just a whole bunch of different things combined into one just to make an explosive final. Well, final for the day, I should say.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be a great matchup, and I can't wait till we get on the Rift.
Me either. Certainly just going to be really excellent. Oh. The chat, there we go. The chat's now getting stirred up. Always awesome to see. And while we have some downtime, guys, of course, Nightbot's doing an excellent job of posting it every now and then. But be sure, if you're not already a member, be sure to go ahead and check out the Facebook group for NYCLOL that's putting on the tournament. Awesome community of about 1,500 people, I believe, from the New York and tri-state area, some from elsewhere. But it's a great place to meet friends, find new people to duo queue with and whatnot, and even maybe form your own ranked team. And of course, a shout out to the sponsors for this tournament. We have No Scope Gaming Eyewear and Girl Gamer Vogue, both excellent little companies. If you don't want to shell out a ton of money to look cool while you game, No Scope Glasses has your back, and Girl Gamer Vogue, awesome little unbiased journalistic stuff. So be sure to check them out and give them some traffic, because they really are awesome and they deserve it. But we are on the Rift, guys, and we are ready to get this underway. As we can see, we got some pings coming out. Looks like we might have the bulk of both of these teams meeting up in the lower half of the river. This could be a pretty devastating start for one of the teams here.
Right, they're not looking to play passive at all. They're looking to get right into the action. Ooh, a nice bubble there.
Yeah, Bubble Prison Aqua Prison goes out onto Gnar, taking Minta down a little bit. Words are out. Looks like we're going to have some general disengage. Paul Yang protecting that top side of the jungle. Wants to make sure that we don't get any invasions in on their red. So then otherwise reset back to standard start.
Yeah, they kind of mirrored each other at first, but then let's go back to the standard level 1s where we just ward up the river, help out our junglers. They're not looking for any invade or possible fights now. They just want to go to standard game, early game.
Yeah, last game of the day. Too much on the line to be making those insane plays. As we can see, we just got some hovering down. Looks like Lunarite going to go ahead and start at the golems. And then Lee Sin, or Dark Wraith Kirk, starting on his Gromp more than likely here. So fairly standard starts, nothing too wacky coming up from these guys.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking a lot at Rek'Sai this game because I've heard she has a lot of gank pressure, as we all know, due to her tunnels. But I've seen a lot of players, competitive, professional, and non-competitive and professional, go for an early level 2 gank on Rek'Sai. She usually does start off with those golems and then moves over towards her red buff. With that, she'll hit level 2, and she can take her tunnel, burrow underground, and she has a pretty good level 2 gank overall potential. So I want to see if she's going to be going for that, or if she's just going to opt out and continue on with his regular jungle path.
Yeah, we will certainly have to see still the newest champion. Nice aggression into the mid lane here from Blidios. Now Nove countering back. He gets the ignite off with the E. Looks like we might have our first blood. He flashes away the pot's not going to be enough. That's first blood goes over to Nove and Team Erupt. Wow. Very bloodthirsty start.
Yeah, really aggressive level 1 there. I'd have to give it over to Jace because he didn't have the wind wall. He already had a shock blast, so he put down a lot of damage early. He had the ignite summoner spell. Ooh, but
Lunarite, level 3, gets the knock up. Looks like she's going to be burning straight through him. Lunarite does claim the kill. Now Paul Yang up in the top lane, getting stunned out and chunked down by Mente, but he follows back up with his own burst. Overload ripping chunks off of this Gnar in the top lane. But he is about a level ahead so far. Some nice aggression coming out all over the map right now.
A really nice rotation to Rek'Sai. She didn't just continue on into her jungle after that. She saw that Nova stayed a little bit overextended in mid lane and took advantage of that and helped pick up a kill back for her team. So really good rotations there coming out from Lunarite.
Absolutely. As we can see, going ahead, grabbing up that blue, we will likely see a back soon. There she goes. So she's sitting on a decent amount of gold right now. Gonna go ahead and be able to pick up the next evolution of her Hunter's Machete. So that's gonna make that Rek'Sai very devastating, as we see Stalker's Blade plus the Longsword coming out. Likely gonna be the early bit of a Tiamat. Aqua Prison onto Draxley. Foss Bomb not able to land now. Intelligence getting chunked down. But Koalua also being taken down to about half HP. Minions doing some work in that bot lane. Meanwhile, up top, Paul Yang starting to get aggressive onto Minta, and here comes Dark Wraith Kirk. Paul Yang being taken extremely low, but Minta, he's not near his transformation. The crippling strike. The Tempest not able to find it. The smite for the slow. He flashes back. Overload goes through. Can they find him? Minta really just trying to play around, but there it is. The flash root and overload. Dark Wraith will claim the kill. Onto Minta. That's 2-1 now in favor of Team Erupt.
Oh, but in bot lane though, we see Jinx
Draxley
did get caught out.
Draxley being taken very low. Intelligence also. There come the Chompers, but he flashes into the Chomper. Intelligence might be able to get out. There's a flash Aqua Prison. Lady Kitsune gonna go ahead and find a kill. Now Koalua trying to get onto Draxley. Can he find the kill? No, but Lady Kitsune can. The ebb and flow will pick that one up. Now 4-1 in favor of Team Erupt.
So a lot of aggression being put on by Darude Sandstorm, but Team Erupt just has the counters for it.
Yeah, but here maybe is the answer to that. Nove getting possibly caught out in the mid lane. No, a nice flash back will instantly save his life. Nice knock up, however, he tries to go aggressive. TP coming down from Paul Yang. Can they find something? Luna's right there. Gets locked down. The overload coming through. Windwall will block the shock blast. But Paul Yang is on the pursuit. Knock up goes through. Now Blidios, not sure if he wants to commit here. Deathwraith Kirk just floating up in that bush. Clears that award. And looks like we're going to have some general disengage, though. Lunarite waiting to be able to burrow over the wall. He wants to get in onto Nove. Question is, will it happen? Flash is down. Cellgate is currently up. Gets the knockout. Here it comes. Shock Blast goes over. Gets the knock up into the air. Lunarite will find a kill onto Nove. Now Dark Wraith being taken very, very low. Blidios not able to get the kill. Lunarite going to go ahead and claim the double, but very nicely played by Darude right there in the mid lane.
And that's what we were talking about earlier. The pressure and the gank potential that Rek'Sai brings to a team is no joke, because she was just over that wall, just burrowed under, managed to lock him up with her knockup, and then, you know, the final pulse blast just managed to kill him there at the end. So he's sitting at 3-0-0 right now. He already has that Stalker's Blade and now a longsword, so he's probably going to be going for that warrior enchant as soon as possible, and that's going to be a scary Rek'Sai if she keeps up the pressure like that.
Absolutely. Currently sitting on almost 1,300 gold. That is going to spell disaster after the next time he backs. There it is. So Warrior Enchant indeed coming through. And now maybe we will see the start of that Tiamat. Rek'Sai ulting top. Gonna go ahead and try to come in the lane. Paul Yang unaware of where that ulti just took her. But now Koalua getting locked up. Chompers but they fire straight back onto Intelligence, and now Draxley in a bad spot as Nove joins the fray, gets the hits off, but Draxley gonna be able to get underneath the turret. Some nice counterplay from the side of Team Erupt. It was looking grim for Koalua, but they were able to fire back immediately and just burn straight through Intelligence. And now they might be looking for some play around the Dragon Pit.
Right, with that pickoff, you know, Bilbdos won't really be able to stop a dragon by himself, but they do decide to just get some vision around it and then back off. In the meantime, Luna right up top.
Yeah, Luna going in hard, gets the smite for the extra damage, and they just burn straight through him. Minta taking a couple turret shots, but not really putting him in any danger. This could be the first turret of the game. Meanwhile, in bot lane, Draxley being taken very low. The rocket does not hit Koalua, getting slowed out by the zap. They will have to back off, but Draxley just in a very precarious spot right now.
Right, I mean, Lady Kitsune is just on point with her bubbles this game. She's landed them time after time. Actually, in the mid lane, we could probably see a trade coming in from Bilbdos, but he just decides to back off in the end, but re-engage.
Nove jumps in with it to the skies. He gets the knockback. Being taken fairly low from both of them, but Blidios now sitting on that knock-up. Winwall blocks the shock blast. He has last breath ready to go. If only he could catch Nove out with the whirlwind. Not quite going to happen, but as we can see, we do have almost all of our up now onto the dragon. That's going to be the first dragon of the game. Intelligence being taken very low. Big Rocket comes out.
Chomper.
Very nice chompers. Stops them in their tracks. Flash forward. The shock blast connects. The resonating strike goes through. A nice Dragon's Rage knocks Draxley out. Aqua Prison is not going to land. Can they find the kill? Exhaust into the Fast Bomb. Koalua going to go ahead and be able to take this one, but now Minta's in the bot lane, finds a kill onto Dark Wraith, and they might find a triple kill here from Minta as Blidios joins the fray, and there it is, the triple kill. Minta with a fantastic roam bot with the teleport, and they might find themselves their second turret in this game.
Right, really good communication there from Team Darude. They knew that Paul Yang didn't have his teleport up. Oh, Rek'Sai is just... He's going in mid lane. He wants another fight.
Yeah, getting that Q out onto Nove, chunking him down a little bit, stopping him from taking the turret. Meanwhile, Blidios and Minta gonna go ahead and finish off that bot lane turret. So nice pickups for Darude Sandstorm in this match.
Right, Team Erupt, they had really good positioning taking out that dragon, but then they chased just a little bit too deep. Lee Sin went in, but the rest of the team tried to follow up to get more kills on top of that. And that over-aggression ended up costing them not only 3 kills for over towards Nar, but also that bottom outer tower. So that's currently going to make them 0-2 in towers, and that's going to give over a 2,000 gold lead for Team Darude.
Yeah, very excellent play coming in from both teams so far, but Darude able to get themselves a more significant foothold in this matchup. Dark Wraith maybe trying to go aggressive, lands the Resonating Strike, not going to go in on Draxley, however. Blidios rejoining the fray in the mid lane. They're trying to get rid of these tunnels before Rek'Sai can use them to his advantage. Lady Kitsune getting locked down, the zap comes out, but Intelligence getting bursted down low. Can he get in? The nice Shock Blast comes through for Nove with the Excel Gate. They find themselves the first kill of this fight so far. Blidios gets the knockup, does not follow through with the last breath. Sonic Wave onto Draxley. Does he go in? Yes, he does. Flash away from Draxley. Now Blidios and Dark Wraith. Dragon's Rage knocks him away. Draxley getting taken very low. Koalua trying to do what he can to chunk people down. Now Lunarite going in, gets a nice 3-person knockup. This is a huge fight for the for Darude Sandstorm. A 4-man ultimate comes across from Minta, and now all members of Team Erupt are taken extremely low. Blidios flashes forward, tries to get a kill, not able to find it. So far, just 1-1. Paul Yang with the flash lockdown. Overload does find it. Lady Kitsune, however, does end up with the kill for that one. No, way too low for too close for comfort. Has to back out of this one after eating the rock from Nar. But my God, what an ultimate coming across from Minta.
I mean, it was the ultimate from Minta, and the 4 or 5-man, I'm not sure what it was, Super Mega Death Rock, and I thought that was going to be the end of the fight, but we actually see Rek'Sai looking, nope, she's just gonna go and do her raptors there, but an explosive fight. We see some members from Team Erupt getting out with just like a sliver of health in the end. And Lady Kitsune, she's 4-1-4. She's having she's having an exciting game on a support. I say supports need kills too. I mean, she's doing great.
Yeah, she might want to consider taking up the Medjais like we saw in the last game from the Janna. Because so far she's having a dominating performance. I mean, you don't want to mess with the AP Nami.
That tidal wave in the end, it can do a lot of damage if there's an AP Nami on the team. So we'll have to see if that ends up working out. But such explosive fights right now, and we actually see Team Darude, they're looking to push in this mid outer tower.
Yeah, I mean, we have a 4v4 currently, about to be a 5v4 as Nove joins his team in the mid lane. Draxley still down bot, Koalua getting chunked down. Now Intelligence almost falling. Shock Blast not quite able to connect. Flash goes out. Now Lunarite maybe in a bad spot if they can get onto her. Kick comes out. That's a lockdown from Paul Yang. But the last breath comes through, and Blidios finds a kill into Paul Yang. Now Blidios wreaking havoc in the middle of the team. He will get taken down by Nove. Dark Wraith will fall. Nice knock-up coming across from the Zyra. Now Minta is on the hunt. He's about to evolve. There he goes. He finds the shutdown onto Nove with the boomerang. Here comes the transformation. And they might be able to, they are going to find themselves this tier 1 mid turret. What a turnaround. A 4-for-2 exchange in favor of Darude.
I mean, it looked like Team Erupt had the advantage there. They had pretty much caught out Lunarite. But then Zyra, Intelligence, comes in, a 4-man Stranglethorns, manages to lock everybody up, buys time for the rest of her team to arrive. And with that, we see Yasuo going in, doing a whole bunch of damage. Jinx manages to pick up a solo kill there in the mid lane onto Koalao, and that pretty much just spells disaster for that chase coming out from Team Erupt. So we do see them actually starting to mirror each other around the Dragon Pit. Dragon will be up in 25 seconds, so they want to get vision control, and that's probably where the next major fight is going to be, right inside that Dragon Pit.
Absolutely. As we can see, they're getting the sweeps out, trying to clear out these wards. Rek'Sai and Blidios hovering ever so near. Paul Yang does get caught with the knock-up. Blidios playing it smart, not going to go in solo on 4 members of Team Erupt. The Dragon is up, however. Minta in the top lane. Teleport is available. Here it comes. He's TPing into the ward by mid lane. All of Erupt is on the Dragon currently. They go ahead and they find it. Death Rocket comes across, chunking down Lady Katsuna. Gonna go ahead and fall, nice certainly here. Nice tidal wave, knocking up several members. Finally falling, Minta takes the kill. And now Paul Yang in a bad spot, gets stunned out by Minta. That's a double kill going over to the Gnar, who is now 7-1-3. And they really pay back Team Erupt for picking up that Dragon.
Yeah, we saw the Gnar start off, I'm pretty sure it was 3-1-0, and now he's already at 7-1-3 after that play in the bot lane that he teleported to. And since then, he's just been a rock for Team Darude. They're pushing up mid lane. Just now, they just took in the mid-inner tower, so they're currently have a 4 towers to
Dark Wraith goes in, he gets the Dragon Trade kick back. Draxley is gonna fall, but Dark Wraith gets knocked up by the Zyra ultimate. Can they try to find somebody? Minta is a little low. They flash forward, try to get him Aqua Prison. It's not going to hit. Minta going to go ahead, hop away. They might save their tier 2. Paul Yang from the side. They finish off Intelligence. Now Paul Yang on the run. Blidios as well. He's hanging on to the knock-up. He finds it, but he is half HP. He's going to have to retreat on out of here. So good job by Erupt, able to save their turret down to half HP. And they get themselves some nice pickups at the same time.
It's
now,
such
Koalua and Nove, they try to get the pinch here. Flash away from Blidios. Here comes the Rek'Sai ultimate by the Dragon Pit. Are they going to turn this into a fight? Aqua Prison comes out, does not hit. Lunarite goes in. They get the knock-up. There's a last breath on the Nove. He goes down. Now Koalua being bursted down immensely, trying to get the kill on the Blidios, but it's not going to happen. He gets the kill with the whirlwind off the Q. That's a double kill. Now Dark Wraith coming in from the side. Can he save Lady Kitsuna's life? Looks like it might be able to happen. The exhaust comes out. He gets the kill. Lady Kitsuna actually claiming that one. Mega Death Rocket comes across. Minta finds himself yet another kill, his 8th in this game, and it might be the 9th. No! Boomerang not going to hit Dark Wraith with a very nice ward safeguard away. Will save his life. But wow, what a turnaround here, and what an ultimate from Lunarite, just getting in there and almost saving Bladios' life ultimately.
Right, I mean, we look at Lunarite right now. That was an amazing play. She burrowed, she tunneled, and then she flashed to get the extra distance off. So she pretty much just popped up right underneath, I'm pretty sure it was Koa Luna
Yeah.
and Nove. So they pretty much had no reaction at that time since Koa Luna had already used this Valkyrie to chase down. So amazing play. Lunarite is a rock right now for their team. He's making plays everywhere along the map, being that tanky frontliner and doing a lot of damage at the same time. Lunarite and Minte.
It's hard to...
It's
hard to determine which one is doing better because they're both doing so excellently.
They're amazing playmakers for their team right now.
Yeah, maybe Bladios in a bad spot. Darkwraith has the Sonic Wave out, not going to go through with the Resonating Strike, however. Koalua trying to opt to get rid of some of these tunnel systems that are building up. Paul Yang on the hunt. He gets the root. Darkwraith goes in, but he gets chunked down immediately. Forced to go ahead and safeguard out of there. Now Bladios gets killed. Here comes the ultimate from Zyra. Koalua on the run. Minta just doing work. Nov gets locked down, tries to go in, but it looks like he is going to get found out for a kill. Lunarite being taken very low. Minta as well. The Mega Death Rocket's not going to be able to find a kill. That's a 3-for-1 exchange in favor of Team Erupt. Very much a turnaround from the fights that we've been seeing thus far. And now they might continue to go on the aggressive here.
Yeah, they might try and push down this mid tower, but that was such great play there. Paul Yang using his ultimate to speed himself up and land that rune prison down. And not only that, but two members, I'm pretty sure it was Darkwraith and Paul Yang, go around the enemy team. They'll lock them in.
Aqua Prison, Paul Yang going deep. Intelligence gets locked out. Darkwraith kick gets in. Finds a kick onto Draxley, but there's no follow-up from the team. Now here comes Lunarite from the side. We'll find a pop-up onto Lady Kitsuna. Gets himself a blue buff. Now Bladios. Paul Yang not able to juke it out. Will get hit by the last breath. Bladios finds himself yet another kill. Now 4-4-11 on this Yasuo. And they're just have one hell of a lead.
Yeah, they're pinging out the mid inhibitor right now. That's kind of going to be hard to defend, especially with Paul Yang not being up there. But I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to shred through this pretty quickly and back off in time. And over-aggression again from Team Erupt. They got a great fight off, but then they just wanted to take a little bit more than they could. And they overextended. Another great play by Lunarite helps to lock them up. And they pick up kills and they take another objective on the top of that. Now that mid tower, that could possibly right a Baron attempt.
Oh, well, we might have Intelligence in a bad spot yet again. No, nice knockup onto Darkwraith. Another one coming through now. Intelligence being chunked down very low. Darkwraith goes into the middle of the fight. He gets the kill, but Lunarite in the center of everyone. Nice ultimate comes across, followed by a Mega Death Rocket. This is just wiping up all the members of Team Erupt. Koalua in a very bad spot. Barely jukes out that whirlwind. This blue buff will go over to Darude. And now it's just Paul Yang and Koa just trying to defend their base against nearly all of Darude.
Right, and Dragon is up in 5 seconds now, so that'll pretty much be a free objective. I'm pretty sure that's going to be their... Oh, that's actually going to be their first Dragon, so we have seen that Team Erupt has had pretty good Dragon control so far. The Rek'Sai scream coming in again, as you can hear, so she'll just tunnel. Oh, she doesn't get the smite off, though.
Oh, but Paul Yang gets caught by the zap. He is going to go down. They make quick work of him. Draxley will go ahead and claim that kill. Brings him 3-4-6 in this matchup. What a clean kill coming out from the side of Darude. Paul just getting a little too overzealous there, trying to get to the Dragon Pit. No flash available and not able to get out. And all eyes on the side of Darude now onto this tier 2 bot turret that's already half HP. Doesn't look like there's going to be anything that Team Erupt can do to defend this one. It's already down. Now Darkwraith's going to go ahead and have to go through his gate. But can they stop the pressure in the bot lane? Because mid is also getting pushed up. The super creeps are coming through. Darkwraith tries to go in. Not able to find anything. Lunarite goes in with a full knockup. Oh my god, this fight is all over the place at the moment. Darkwraith gets Minta kicked back in. Can they find a kill on him? That's going to be the first death. The second death, however, Actually, now all eyes turn onto Sandstorm. This could be very bad for Darude. Draxley
Ooh,
almost
the
dying.
wind
Nice
wall.
wind wall blocks the Aqua Prism, but Paul Yang finds himself a kill. Smite slow onto Intelligence. Here comes Resonating Strike. No, Paul Yang finds himself a double kill. Now it's just Blidios who gets hit by the Excel Gate Shock Blast. Looks like they're going to be able to pinch him in. Paul Yang coming around. The turret is still full HP. Blidios not going to be able to stick around here. Dark Wraith comes in. He is certainly going to fall, but he's not actually even going to take Dark Wraith with him. That's going to be an ace in favor of Team Erupt.
But in the meantime, the super minions in mid lane, they could probably end up picking up a tower. Ooh, we do see the Rek'Sai scream. She's gonna try and stop some backs there, but...
Oh, she's going to find Nove. Using the tunneling system, gets the smite slow. Q comes out, nice knockback, but is it going to be enough? Paul Yang waiting in the wings. They find a turn onto Lunarite. Nove being taken extremely low. Can they get the kill? Yes, Lunarite will find it, but Paul Yang certainly going to be able to make quick work. There we go. Unstoppable. Paul Yang coming back into this game. Now 6-5-9. Having very much a turnaround from what was a very shaky performance early on.
And all right, we have to kind of recap all that happened. I mean, Team Darude pushed up a little bit too much. This isn't the same old towers from Season 4. These are new inhibitor towers that will shred pretty much even the biggest tank down. So you can't just tower dive under there like that, especially when the enemy team has a lot of poke, for example, coming out of Nove. Paul Yang is very tanky, and Koa has a lot of damage coming out of his rockets right now, so you have to watch the damage output that's going to be coming out of there. And with the damage reduction also coming out,
Draxley is going to be taken. Yeah, sorry, we have a huge explosive fight breaking out right now as we have a 1-for-1 exchange right now. Draxley and Paul Yang being taken down. Now jump onto Menta by Nove. Can they find him? Nice hop over the wall. Might save his life. Shock Blast comes across. He's being taken excruciatingly low, but Lunarite is waiting in the wing. They find a knock-up and a last breath onto Lady Kitsune. They take her down, and now Lunarite trying to get back into the thick of this fight. Dark Wraith with the safeguard, trying to protect his team as best as possible, but even they are just a little bit too low. Nove finds a kill onto Minta, however. Very nice pickup. Blidios being very low. Can Dark Wraith get in on Blidios for this final kill? He's getting the shield from the tier 2. Sonic Wave comes out. It's not going to connect. He is going to be forced to back on off here. But
what a
some nice
bloodthirsty
pickups.
fight. What a bloodthirsty game. It's just 29-29. They're even on kills. Ooh. Dark Wraith!
Oh, the Mega Death Rocket is going to come across. Super Mega Death Rocket will find a kill onto Dark Wraith, bringing Draxley 4-6-6 now in this matchup.
I think he got I think he thought it was a tiny bit tankier than that, but Jinx's rocket thought otherwise, and they are now pinging Baron, so they could try and get vision control over now. Dark Wraith is still down for another 10 seconds. I don't think they'd rush it unless they're extremely confident.
This will be very risky with the amount of ranged harass that Erupt has. Instead, looks like they're looking to push and clear out any and all wards around the red side jungle. Nove getting spotted, tries to fire back Shock Blast, not going to hit Minta. The minions did claim the tier 1 top turret of Team Darude. Now minions starting to push against each other in the bot lane as well. So we might see another turret falling in that regard. Paul Yang gravitating down there. Going to try to go ahead and get that push on. Get his team yet another turret. 6-2 in favor of Darude Sandstorm so far in this match.
Right, and that's what's really keeping them in the goal lead at this point. The kills are really even. Dragons have gone towards 2-1 right now, towards Team Erupt, and it does look like Team Darude is looking to push up and reclaim that mid inhibitor.
Yeah, they don't have Paul Yang. He does, however, have the teleport up. He might be forced to burn that. He doesn't quite have enough time to recall, it doesn't seem. Though he is going through with it. Blidios with the wind wall down, getting some solid damage in on this Nexus. The minions are starting to hit away at it. It's almost to about half HP. Paul Yang back in his base. Coming to join his team. This might be... If they get aced here, if Erupt gets aced here, it could be the entire game.
It could. The death timers are starting to get a little bit towards the long side. We are 27 minutes into the game, so I don't think Erupt is going to be hanging back right now. They just want to use their poke to their advantage. And
Yeah.
I'm just... Ooh, Dragon actually is up, so we might see Team Darude try and poke back. They are pinging caution right now, and we do see them head back. They are going to head over towards that Dragon, which just respawned now. And Team Erupt, they can't react to this. They kind of need to defend their base. They do have vision control, though, but they're going to be way too late for this Dragon.
Yeah, that brings them to their second Dragon buff of the game. Evening it up between the two teams here. Nove getting chunked down pretty heavily just from what little ranged harass Darude does have on their team. Blidios barely avoiding that Aqua Prison. Gets a knock up. Not quite, actually. Almost gets it onto Koalua. Not going to land, but this is just very uneven ground here.
It's really shaky play now coming out from Erupt. You can tell that they're scared of engaging because they know if they lose a team fight, that could possibly be the end of the game for them, or at least the Baron, which, you know, it's still bad in its own right. So they're kind of just playing safe. You can tell that they want to farm, pick up as much CS as possible to try and get to their late game scaling items. But right now, we do not see that Team Darude is letting up on the pressure at all.
Yeah, and it would be a mistake for them to do so. To let Team Erupt recuperate themselves and kind of gather their thoughts might spell downfall for Darude, who has so far had, albeit maybe not the firmest grasp, but a grasp on this game throughout. Intelligence does get spotted by Nove. So throws that shock blast out, choking her down a little bit. But no follow-up otherwise. Again, the plays around the Baron Pit and the sweeps are coming through. Minta jumping over. He finds the rock onto Nove. Does not hit the stun, however, and he transforms back into Little Gnar. Will be forced to peel back, but some good harass going through.
Could we see a Death Bush attempt
from
Team Darude?
It's looking like it, but it's going to be a matter of if Nove can use his... oh, never mind. They're going to go ahead and move out right before Dark Wraith moves into the area. So no Death Bush yet.
Hopefully. Maybe in a few more minutes, but I don't think with all the ranged abilities that Team Erupt has, they will be face-checking bushes anytime soon. So we do just see Team Darude now grouping up again in mid lane. They have so much vision control over the Baron Pit right now that they're kind of, in a way, they're trying to bait it out, but they also want to keep that mid pushing. And they do have the mid inhibitor open, so they could be looking to focus down that.
Yeah, we'll have to see. They want to wait for this opening. They don't want to just try to force themselves through, because if they do that, it could cost them the entire fight. And possibly even the game. Dark Wraith maybe overextended a little bit. He gets knocked up. There's the last breath coming through. Aqua Prison, a knockback from Gnar, and he will be made quick work of. Blidios going to go ahead and find that kill. And now they are all in, trying to get in. They get a knock up on Koalua, but he gets healed and backs away. But this is certainly going to be an inhibitor falling. And the question is, do they peel back and go for Baron, or do they stay for more? Looks like they're going to go ahead and try to back out of here. Paul Yang is hungry. He is really trying to get in there and get himself some kills, but not able to find the Rune Prison quite just yet. The ultimate is burned. So we have to wait for that one to come back up in about 25 seconds. Goes ahead, starts the red.
And that's the engage potential we were talking about. And all of Darude Sandstorm's team, they've all backed up. We could see Team Erupt now. This is their moment that they need to get some vision control over Dragon again, because they won't be given too many more opportunities after this. We saw in mid lane just the Rek'Sai engage. We've spoken about it over and over again, just how potent it is at catching out a team member from Team Erupt. And Lunarite has just been on point with those engages all game long. And the Yasuo wind walls, of course, you were talking about it earlier. It was your featured matchup. And the wind walls have been blocking out everything this game. Shock blasts, tidal waves. Actually, Nova he's got caught out a little bit.
Yeah, Minta trying to go ham here. Does not hit the boomerang. It's not going to get that slow in. He will be forced to peel back. But doing a lot of damage to Nova and just really harassing him out of there. Now all members are back in their own base here. Just gonna go ahead and have to stop the push in onto these Nexus turrets. Both waves are relatively close to the tier 2 spots. Lady Kitsune getting knocked down very low. Mega Death Rocket comes out. It's not gonna hit Lee Sin, but it does however find Nami. So that's gonna be the first kill of the fight coming across. Draxley claiming that one for himself. But now it's just gonna be, can Erupt find themselves an opening to get themselves back in with this fight? I just, it's really rough, and I'm not sure if I see it happening for them. Intelligence gonna go ahead and throw some wards down. They might try the Death Bush. The Shock Blast gonna go ahead and spot them out. Not quite gonna work, but Minta waiting over the wall. He is ready to leap on top of somebody if need be.
These are very calm calls being called out by Team Darude. They got a kill on Kitsune, but they backed up, tried to set up a Death Bush. You can see that they didn't rush for Baron. They know that there's still an opportunity for Team Erupt to come back in this game. They know that they have the potential to, so they're playing it rather safe. They don't only want to get one pick and then a kill. They're looking for a team fight.
Yeah, they forced the flash from Blidios over the wall to the Wolf Pit. Not willing to try to run that one out. Almost certainly would have gotten caught. Goes ahead, picks himself up a Gromp, and he's going to go ahead and take that bot lane farm as well for his troubles. The Dragon is live, and they are on it right now. Darude making quick work of this. Draxley just burning through it with the machine gun. Here comes the tidal wave, catches 3 members and a Banshee's on Minta. Now Paul Yang flashes in, tries to get on the Draxley, but he is just being CC'd out the wazoo. Blidios going to go ahead, find a kill. Now No jumps in, finds a kill on the Draxley, but here comes Blidios, and he is just working through Lady Kitsune. Lunarite going to go ahead and find that kill. Now Koalua in a very bad spot. He flashes away, but Blidios gets straight back onto him. Dark Wraith goes in to try to defend him. Nice dash safeguard over the wall, but Intelligence going to go ahead, maybe be able to lock him down. Not quite. Sonic Wave Resonating Strike will save his life for now. They are in hot pursuit, but this is the Nexus turrets just wide open for Darude to take.
This might be game. We do see Minte did teleport up top lane. He did take that tower. They're not going to go for the Nexus towers yet. They're going for the casual approach of just take down as many towers as they can. They got a great fight off there. They got the 3rd Dragon, which for movement speed, the 5% extra movement speed for their team is something that will just help them engage that much easier. That'll give extra movement speed over to the Gnar as well as to the Rex side, try and get as much crowd control down. So it's looking bleak now for Team Erupt. They've fallen behind. It's about a 6k CS lead, 6k gold lead going over to Team Darude. So we'll have to see. Blidios looking for an engage, but he decides to back off when he sees Paul Yang there.
Yeah, and he is smart to do so. You can see the inhib is getting ready to come back up. Ultimate from Lunarite brings him back over toward the Baron pit. We might finally see an actual attempt to take Baron and maybe an explosive fight happen there. Though Erupt is peeling back quite far. They do have a ward in the pit as well as some in the jungle. Blidios dashing forward, trying to get some harass off. Can he find the knock-up? It's not going to hit Koa. And he is just healing himself back up now with that Bloodthirster. His sustain game is going to be through the roof. Nice wind wall blocks the Shock Blast and the rockets coming through. And they're going to go ahead and just take this inhibitor and get out scot-free, it seems.
Yeah, they're playing really safe gameplay. They don't want to throw the lead that they've managed to accrue for themselves. So they just take an objective, back off, regroup with their team. Hopefully get a chase coming out from Team Erupt there. Rek'Sai might catch on to Paul Yang there, and she does.
Yes, he does. There goes the knock-up. Can they lock him down long enough? Paul Yang's just not doing enough damage to really make a difference here. Lady Kitsune's going to go ahead and get bursted down. Dark Wraith knocked up by the last breath. Lunarite being taken excruciatingly low, but they're not going to be able to find a kill. Now No falling to the wayside. It's just Paul Yang and Koalua up. Paul Yang falls. Koalua gets stunned. There's the knockback from the Gnar ultimate. And they will find a kill with the Stranglethorns, and that is certainly going to be the game here in favor of Darude Sandstorm.
Just really great play from them overall. It's really hard to say who was the MVP. I mean, Blidios played amazingly. He was constantly putting up pressure, just dashing through the minions to try and get damage off, some poke. But Gnar and Rek'Sai, for me, the MVP is between one of them, and it's really difficult to pick out who won that.
I have to agree with you. They both played phenomenally in that game. I I need to see a highlight of that Gnar ultimate that we saw, in the mid game. That was massive. 4 players getting caught in that of Team Erupt in that ultimate. There's just a lot of excellent plays there. But I'm right there with you between Luna Right and Minta. They both just did a phenomenal job. But of course, props over to Team Erupt. They held in there for as long as they possibly could. The match was still fairly close near the up until like that last fight or so. They were only down by about 5k gold, so it wasn't too much of a disparity, but just wasn't enough. Darude Sandstorm just tore right through and claimed themselves a victory.
Yeah, I mean, like you were saying, Erupt had amazing plays. We actually have somebody calling out for us to interview the teams. We'll see if we can maybe get an interview out. I'm not too sure. We'll check
Well,
if that's possible right now.